Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for this video, I'm going to be doing a talk through makeup tutorial on this look that you see right here. I am using some new products that came to me, and I am also using this eyeshadow palette that my girlfriend Crystal got for me. She is one of my subscribers here on YouTube, so thank you so much for sending this to me, Crystal. I really appreciate it. This is Coastal Scent Smoky Eyeshadow Palette, and it comes with 36 eyeshadows. So you get to see me use this for pretty much all of the entire makeup look for my eyes, except for the inner eyeshadow that kind of looks a little bit like a super light pearlescent pink. So I'm really excited about this makeup look. It has been an entire week since I posted a video, and that was because I had a lot to do for my dissertation. So this week I will be back with my normal 3 videos per week. So I hope that you guys have fun. If you enjoy, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, y'all, so for my eyes, I'm going to be digging into the Coastal Scent Smoky Eye Palette that I got from one of my friends here on YouTube. Her name is Crystal, so thank you so much. I'm finally playing with this, and I'm really excited to see how it turns out. So for today's look, I am going to be kind of playing with some pink eyeshadows. Hopefully it turns out the way that I am wanting it to, because I am going out on the town tonight. So the first shadow I think I'm going to pick up is this one right here. My dogs are always barking. But this eyeshadow is a little bit shimmery. It's not like glittery or anything like that, but it has a little bit of a sheen to it, and it has a nice kind of like salmon color. It's really, really pale. So we'll see how this shows up, but I'm just going to pop it into my crease with my Sigma E40. All right, so I'm just dusting this into my crease. Showing up a little bit. It doesn't have a ton of pigmentation to it, which is kind of what I was expecting, but that's okay, because this is really just going to act as a kind of like a buffer shade. So whenever we go back in with our darker eyeshadows, we can use this color to buff and blend all of those eyeshadows together. All right, so next up, I'm going to take this eyeshadow right here, which is, it looks like to be, yeah, a true matte. Oh my gosh. Okay, these are not glued in here very well. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but that's okay. All right, so anyways, we have this matte pink right here. So I'm just going to take that on actually the same E40 and buff that into my crease as well, but keeping it a little bit lower, a little tighter in that crease area. Okay, yeah, so we definitely have some pigment here. So what I would say so far is that, ooh girl, I just got that eyeshadow like all over my eyelid. Okay, so far they feel a little bit dusty, but they're giving okay pigment. It's not as pigmented as the Weekend Festival palette by BH Cosmetics, but it's a lot softer, so that's just something to keep in mind. So far, obviously I've only tried 2 eyeshadows, but that is where we're at right now pigment wise. I would also say so far that the pigment is definitely buildable, but it's not quite reaching the pigment that we see in the pan. So, and that I think is because they don't have as much moisture. Based on the ones that I've used so far, they are a little more dry, and they probably have more talc in these formulas instead of like oils and things like that, which is very normal, especially for colorful eyeshadows, but the pigment isn't terrible. So obviously it's definitely showing up on my eyes. It's just not quite at the level of some other eyeshadow palettes, but it's still very, very pretty. So next up, I'm going to take this hot pink right next to it over here. This is another matte shade, and I'm going to slowly start working that into my outer corner and then also kind of buffing it into my crease area, but not going too far up. So we'll see how the pigment is on this, because this is definitely very neon and very comparable color-wise. Okay, yeah, that's not bad at all. It's not quite as neon as it looks in the pan. And again, we're seeing some dustiness over here to where it just kind of flicks off the brush. But this pigment is definitely a lot better than the first two colors. They also blend really well together so far. They don't seem to be blending away, which is nice. So like I still see that transition shade playing a part of the eye look so far. So it's not really blending itself away, which is nice, because sometimes whenever you have eyeshadows that don't have as much oil or moisture in them, they can kind of blend themselves away. Like I have a Tarte palette, one of those little Tarte to Lip palettes that has like, I think 9 eyeshadows or maybe 12 eyeshadows. The little square palettes, and those, some of them are just so dusty that they blend away, and it just ends up being this like muddy mess on your eyes. So these are definitely blending well together, which is really nice. So I'm bringing this color all the way into that inner corner as well. And then next up, I'm going to use this purple eyeshadow right here. It's kind of like a mix between a pink and a purple. And I'm just going to take this and put it directly into that outer V. And I'm not going to buff it into the crease or anything like that. This is strictly to deepen up that outer crease. Okay, so now I'm just going to go back into that original pink right here that we used, well, the second color really, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that, and actually I'm going to mix that with the first eyeshadow, and I'm going to dust this right above the crease area just to kind of buff all of that together, and so we have a little bit more of a transition going on here. Yeah, so with that purple shade that I just put in my outer V, I will say that for this eyeshadow palette, it would be really good to just be a little bit careful, because it definitely is dusty in the sense that it's going to be a little bit more difficult to place your eyeshadow because of the dustiness. So just make sure that you go in really nice and tight whenever you blend it out. But other than that, it looks really, really pretty. The eyeshadow is blended out really nicely. So now I'm going to dig into my Subculture eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to take the shade Cube right here, which is this really awesome, like iridescent eyeshadow that I've wanted to try on my, like the inner corner of my lid for the longest time. So I hope it works the way that I am wanting it to. So I'm just going to take that, and I'm actually going to wet my brush with a little bit of the Pixie Glow Mist that I just repurchased before I go in. All right, here goes nothing. I really hope that it works out the way I'm wanting it to. Just gonna pop it into that inner corner. Ooh, yes. The reason I picked this eyeshadow is because part of its iridescence has a lot of that pink in it. So I thought it would go really, really nicely with this look. And I'm just gonna keep it in that inner corner. I'm not gonna take it too far out because I don't wanna cover up any of that purple and pink that we put in that outer corner. So I would just really recommend making sure that you take your time to carve out this area so that it doesn't look jagged or anything like that. Okay, I'm really loving this combination together. So pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the rest of the face. So far, I really, really like this eyeshadow palette, other than its kind of dustiness. But honestly, for me, as long as I know how to work with a palette, it's not bad. So it's not anything that is going to make me look muddy on my eyes, which I really, really appreciate. So I, so far, really enjoy this palette. I'm excited to see what other colors are going to do and what they're going to be like. Like, I'm so excited about that yellow color and these greens and blues. So I will definitely be using this in upcoming palettes or upcoming tutorials for sure. But let's go ahead and move on to the face. To prime my skin, I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. And I'm just going to... I feel like this sprayer is nice because it gets your face really well, but at the same time, it's pretty direct. So if you get it too close, you're gonna have kind of that stream coming at your face. But if you get it far enough away, then we're going to have more of that like even spray. So for foundation, I'm actually going to dig into the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Cream. I used to love this like a long time ago whenever I first started my channel. And then I just got back into IT Cosmetics whenever my mom did a declutter and she handed me some things from her makeup collection. This was included. So it's a little baby sample and it's also in the shade medium, which I'm really hoping that I am tan enough. I'm actually like, I don't know if you guys can see, but I am super, super tan. Right now, I actually went to the beach with my mom, sister, and grandmother today, and we had a blast, but I have been trying to spend my weekends more outdoors. I work super, super hard. Ooh, this is actually a really solid match. All right, I'm not mad about it. But I have been trying to spend my weekends outdoors, just trying to unplug more because during the week I'm constantly working, responding to emails, reading for my dissertation. I'm just constantly on the computer. So I've been doing a pretty good job the past 3 weeks or so at just taking time during the weekends to unplug, which I feel like is so important in our day and age because we're constantly like in touch with other people. And I feel like we're never just by ourselves. And I don't know, I feel like that's something that we've definitely lost sight of over the past couple of decades. Okay, I am dying over this foundation. Oh my gosh. Like, this foundation is legit. Why did I ever stop using this? Oh my gosh, it's like, gives me luminosity, but it gives me really great coverage, but it doesn't feel like I have anything on my face. And it literally just looks like my skin. Like, I could still see kind of some of my pores coming through, which is fine because sometimes, you know, whenever you have like your neck isn't really covered or the rest of your skin and then your face is just a sheet of perfection, sometimes, I don't know, sometimes to me it looks a little bit weird. So I actually like that some of my imperfections are coming through. Like, you can still see a little bit of the texture on my skin, but my skin tone is evened out. So, all right, I am really excited about this. I'll probably end up using this a bunch over the past month just to kind of see if it's going to be another favorite. All right, then I'm going to use my messed up NYX HD concealer. This one's in the shade beige, just to get underneath my eyes right here. I've actually been sleeping super well the past week, and I think a lot of that is just because I've been taking care of myself a lot more, making sure that I have some me time, and also working out and not eating a lot of junk food. So that's why my dark circles aren't as bad as they normally are. Because a lot of times I am super duper purple underneath there. Okay, so now for a moment I'm so excited about, if you guys remember, can't remember if it was last Wishlist Wednesday or the one before that, but my mommy got me the Be a Light Becca Cosmetics face palette. So at first, well, hold on, I just have to show you. The packaging is like the rose gold. It's so beautiful, but we have this gorgeous mirror in here. Up top, it says Be Fearless. And then we have Becca with some cute little like sunshine rays. And then in here, we have the actual palette. So Over here, we have the blur powder. So it's really used to kind of like cover up pores and stuff like that. And then over here, we have the brightening powder. So I'm going to put the blurring powder all over my face, and then I'm going to put the brightening powder underneath my eyes. And then we have a luminous blush and then a bronzer as well that looks to be a little bit luminous, but not shiny or anything like that. So wait, which one is which? To blur powder. Okay, so I'm just going to take the blurring powder on my giant powder brush over here. So when I touched this in the store, I was so excited, which is why I actually used like a lot of my Ulta points for this as well. And then my mom ended up getting it for me because she just thought it was gorgeous and wanted me to have it. But this is probably the silkiest formula that I have ever seen from Becca. Like, and their stuff is really smooth and beautiful. So I was honestly blown away. Like, if you have a chance to go into the store and just swatch this, I highly, highly recommend it because it's unlike any powder I've ever felt before. It truly feels like butter. And I know that a lot of people say that, and I've said that about a lot of products, but this one, y'all, really, it does. Okay, so I can definitely say that it mattifies, but not to a harsh degree. Like, I still have some of that shine coming through. So that's good. That's what I want. Okay, and then I'm just going to take some of that illuminating powder. Ooh, okay. That comes off. Don't dig in that. And I'm just going to put this underneath my eyes to illuminate. Ooh, that is smooth. Ah! Yes, honey. I feel like I just found my new powder. You guys know how long I've been searching for like that perfect powder. I mean, I really want the perfect loose powder, but a perfect powder is a perfect powder, right? Can't ask for too much. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in my brows really quickly off camera, and I will be right back. Now we're looking like a dude. All right, so now I'm just going to wrap up the eyes. I'm just going to take a little bit of probably this powder in the palette over here for underneath my brow bone, because we got some shadow that kind of dusted up here. So I'm just gonna place this right there so we're not looking too much like a drag queen, you know? Not that that's a bad thing, because hell, actually me and my husband are going down to the Keys. I mentioned this in one of my recent videos, I feel like, and they have drag queen clubs down there. I used to go all the time whenever I was a little girl to the Keys in Key West, but obviously I was never old enough to go see one of the drag queen shows. And I told my husband, I was like, listen, we're going. It's not an option. Don't argue with me, because it's happening. Actually, he's really pumped about it too, because it's going to be a blast. And I'm just so excited. All right, next up, I'm just going to take my Sex Kitten eyeliner by Tarte for the waterline down here. Oh my God, this always tickles me so bad. Oh my God. And then I'm just going to dig back into my smoky palette. And I'm going to take this eyeshadow right here and mix it with this one, the two mattes. And I'm going to pop that into my lower lash line. All of my babies are in the room with me right now, so if you hear weird like cat and dog noises, that's what's happening. Oh my gosh. And they keep like hitting my little stand. So I have Chalupa right here, which is my big black dog. He's the Black Lab and Chow mix, and he sounds vicious, but he is literally the sweetest cuddle bear ever. Like, he cuddles more than any of the other animals, and he weighs the most. He's like 65 pounds. All right, so now I'm just gonna pop on my mascara. This is the Lights Camera Lashes Mascara by Tarte, and then I'll be right back so we can finish up thy face. Okay, so now we are done with the eyes, and I'm just going to pop back into this palette and use the bronzer. I'm curious to see how it's going to work because it is like a little nugget. So, okay, it's not actually that hard to get into, which is good. Ooh, that's pigmented, which is good because I feel like my face is not quite as dark as my shoulders. Come to life. It's so weird, like after I get tan from being at the beach and stuff, and then I put on foundation, it's like I lose all of my color and where the sun hit me. So a lot of times after I go to the beach, I try to wear as little makeup as possible just because I love the feeling of having that nice sun-kissed look without trying with makeup. All right, so this is looking pretty nice. It's blending really, really well. Super smooth. I'm excited about the blush because it's very luminous, and that's what I want during the summertime. I feel like, though, I will say this, if I get any darker at all, this bronzer is not going to show up on me, which is fine because I'm really only this dark during the actual summer months. Like, I don't typically go out in the sun a whole lot during the fall and winter. So now I'm going to dive into the blush up here. This is honestly, actually I'm going to do a close-up so you guys can see if you haven't seen it before. Look at how cool that blush is. It's like marble with a bunch of different colors in there. We have light pinks, super, super light pinks, white almost, and then like a really beautiful mauve. Oh yes. Can you guys see how that's hitting the highlight? That is so pretty. Ah, yes. All right. Well, I am officially glad that I decided to pick this palette out and not something else. Thanks, Mommy. I also wanted to give my mom a shout out because she watches all my videos, and she just got like a huge promotion. She is promoted to director of occupational therapy at the place that she works. I'm so proud of her, honestly. Like, she is the most badass mom there is in this entire world. She's just so good. Like, she was a homemaker and stay-at-home mom for 21 years. She went back to school after that, after she raised me and my brother and sister. My brother and sister, when she went back, they were like in their junior or senior year of high school. And then she got a job, and she graduated actually at the top of her class in occupational therapy. She was #1 in her class, and I like could not be more proud of her. Like, both of my parents are just absolutely amazing, and I'm just so proud to be their child. So love you, Mom. My dad does not watch my videos. He is very much a macho man, and he just isn't into makeup, but he's very supportive. So anyways, done rambling. I actually got this new highlighter by Wet n Wild. Actually, I don't know if this is new. It is just like one of the Mega Glow highlights. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it says Nouveau right there, and it's Golden Flower Crown. So I have a crown of my canopy and then one of the other ones. I forgot what it's called. But when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so beautiful. It's like a really pale champagne gold. So, all right, ready? Ready, guys? Oh my God. Okay, yes. This is so beautiful. Okay, I'm about this. You are a winner in my life. You guys see that, right? Like, that is some glow right there. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm a happy girl. I mean, damn, right? Okay, so now I'm just going to spray my face with the Pixie Glow Mist. I literally have a giant Macy's bag right here, and my cat is just rolling around in it. So, yeah. Could you not do that, please, just for a minute? Thanks, Fred. No, now I'm super freaking glowy. Holy cannoli. All right, my loves, I'm going to go curl my hair really quick, and then I will throw on my lip product, which I will show in the video, and then we are done. All right, y'all, so I curled my hair, and last but certainly not least, I'm going to be using the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Magic Wand, which honestly has been my ride or die for the past like 2 weeks or so. Every single time I have been doing my makeup, I have been wearing this liquid lipstick. So I love it so much. Honestly, it is one of my favorite nudes. I feel like whenever I first got this, maybe I wasn't into nudes so much at that point. Maybe I was like working with mauves or something. I don't know. But I feel like I never even really used this until recently. So I am really excited to show you guys exactly how this looks. It's really, really pretty. All right, guys, so this is the completed look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Feels really good to be back, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.